This is a very quick lesson about not being cheap when it comes to crypto and preserving your funds at all costs. Now, I'm going to use a very specific example of video games and porn and explain where most people make a huge mistake. Now, this actually happened like today. I was talking to a friend, and I used to be a video game addict, and I'm sure most of you guys played video games at some points in your life. And I was like, hey man, I really gotta get this game I used to play as a kid. It's my favorite game, Resident Evil 4. I want to play this mini game called Mercenaries, which is like a 10 minutes a day, and like no obligations, no levels, nothing, super simple. And he's like, yeah, but I don't think the pirated version has the Mercenaries minigame. I'm like, why would I get the pirated version? I mean, bear with me here. If you're watching, there's a high chance you have a portfolio over $1,000. I'm guessing, right? I'm talking about crypto every day. I'm guessing you're into crypto, right? And if you have a portfolio that's over $1,000, even if it's less, and it's you use your work computer or something to access it, and then you're being cheap and install like a pirated or cracked game on your work computer or a computer connected to your crypto, you are playing with fire, my friend. It is the stupidest thing you can ever do. So, first of all, like this is common knowledge, but if you don't know it, here's a news flash. 99% of malware, viruses, and all that nasty stuff comes from cracked video games, free programs, and free porn. There is no such thing as free. And if you are in finance or work from a computer or are in crypto, which at least one of this is true for you watching right now, and you have pirated software or video games, you are fucked. No offense, but like it is the most obvious mistake most people make. 95% of computers in the world are infected with some sort of malware or something, and it's not hard to capture your keystrokes and steal your passwords, or capture your clipboard when you copy paste private keys, or just change the addresses on your screen, and instead of sending to your Binance deposit account, you send it into some hacker's wallet. There's so many ways you can be hacked. It is not even funny. It is out of this world. There's so many ways to attack you. It is horrifying. And especially if you're in a really dangerous, high security finance sector like crypto, you got to be very careful. You should never have like pirated copies of Windows or video games or some free software you Googled somewhere that you never heard of, or some like patches, mods, cracks, free porn, whatever, unreliable torrents, you name it. If it's free, it shouldn't be on your work computer. Like, don't be cheap for that couple $100 for that Microsoft Office or for that Windows license or for that $60 video game. If you really want to be a hardcore gamer and don't want to pay for 100 games you play per year, then just pay for a separate couple $1,000 computer. It'll be cheaper than buying, hundreds of video games. If you're gonna play like 10 video games, just go ahead and buy them directly. You should not use your work computer or your crypto computer for anything outside of work or crypto. It's a mistake most people make, and it is the easiest way to screw yourself. Because even if you don't get hacked right now, that private key or password might be sitting on some hacker's computer for a couple of years. They might not use it right now. They might wait for your crypto portfolio to become big, and then you'll just see it disappear overnight. Because once they have access, they can steal it from you at any point in time. Because if they steal it right now, they reveal their secret software. If they wait for a bunch of users to get hooked, and then just once they have a huge user base and a huge number of these private keys, they can just do it at a later point And because as soon as somebody steals something, they reveal themselves. So you never know when you're compromised. And the best way to do it is just stay super safe. And a very pro tip, if you made it this far into the end of the video, you're awesome. And I'm going to give you a special tip, which is if you have a Trezor or something, like a hardware wallet, what you can do is you can add a secondary password to your Trezor. And this gives you an access to unlimited clones and different portfolios under your device. So you can have each password gives you a unique portfolio access that is like separate from each other. It's like secret drawers, right? So you can have like one fake password with like 10% of your funds. If somebody like holds your gunpoint, you just give them access to this smaller portfolio as if it's your main portfolio, and then they're happily off with your money, and you happily still have your like 90% of your money left. So it's like a booby trap, right? It's like one of those like emergency portfolios. And then you have a separate secret drawer, like a secret entrance with another password that's a real password for your Trezor and will access your actual funds. And if you want to get creative, have like 5 different ones. Nobody will ever figure it out. Like they just, no one's gonna expect to have like 5 different compartments inside one Trezor. So get creative. Like if you're gonna use, if you have like a portfolio over $1,000, yeah, you better put in some time and research into your security. Like if you bought a Trezor, you don't know how to use it, no point in having a Trezor in the first place. So it's like, I'm all about being humble, but don't be cheap when it comes to your work and when it comes to your money and your finances. Like there should be no cutting corners when it comes to your money and the security of your money and the security of yourself and the well-being of yourself. So I hope you take this video very seriously, and I hope you guys enjoy my new background. I'm gonna be using backgrounds, just keep it more interesting. I got this inspiration from Crypto Daily, so thank you.